Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and welcome to Power Hour Yoga. This is a 60-minute power vinyasa yoga practice. That means we're going to be moving with breath. So today's class I've called Extend Yourself. Extend yourself. What that means, we're going to be doing some leg extensions and some balancing. So really extending our limbs. So not only our legs really, so we'll be extending our arms, reaching, getting long spines. So extend yourself today. So here's some props that we're going to be using for our class. And hopefully you have something like some yoga blocks or something that resembles yoga blocks. That could just be some stacked books that will work perfectly fine for this class. And then maybe a yoga strap. That's just a flexible strap like this. It could be a jump rope, it could be a belt, just something like that. It's going to help us with some of our extensions today, especially our leg extensions. Alrighty, I think that's it. So go ahead and roll out your yoga mat, get some bottled water, maybe a hand towel, something like that, and we are ready to go. Let's always begin in mountain pose. We're just standing here to really connect. You might take a few deep breaths in and out. Breathe in deeply through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. And why don't you lift your shoulders with this too? As you inhale, just lift your shoulders up towards your earlobes. And exhale, press them down with that exhale, and then maybe shake them out or give them a nice circle here. And we'll do that one more time together. You can inhale and just lift your shoulders. Exhale with a sigh, shake it all out. Just letting go of any tension you might be holding on into your body. And then just return to stillness, standing nice and tall. And just continue with slow, steady breaths in and out. Just to get reacquainted with your breathing, knowing that your breath will not only hold you in stillness as we begin our practice together, it will also help you move through your vinyasa flow. It'll help with some of our balancing today too. So a nice connection. And just to bring a little bit more awareness to your body, as you inhale, just feel the lengthening of your spine. You might find yourself standing a little taller, and your breath, of course, rising to fill up your lungs. As you exhale, draw your belly in, drawing navel inward towards your spine. Again, as you inhale, just lift and lengthen. Feel very tall, breath rising to fill up your lungs. As you exhale, you want to engage your abdominal muscles. This is the abdominal lock as you draw your belly in, connecting. Good. And just continue that on your own. Breathing in and out, feeling the breath move through your body. And also listen to the sound of your breath. So these are just ways to feel fully connected, aware, fully present. Before we get into our half salute, let's just move our arms. Just going to inhale, extend your arms up into the air. Reach, lengthen, and extend. Exhale, reach out across the room, reaching with the fingertips all the way back down by your side. Just one more time together. We'll inhale, extend your arms out, reaching as if you're going to touch the walls on either side of you, all the way up, touching the sky. Exhale, just bring your arms down by your side. Good. So we're already beginning that process of lengthening and extending. Go ahead and shake that out. All right, now we'll continue adding on. This is our half salute to the sun. Just a folding forward, and we'll come back up to standing. Together, let's inhale, reach out and up as you did before. Exhale, spread your wings, and then hinge at the hips, folding forward, soft knees as you make your way down, maybe perhaps touching your toes. Here's our deep forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs to extend your spine, reaching through the crown of your head. Exhale, let's fold back down towards toes. Let's hold here so we can start that process of lengthening and get that stretch quality down through the legs, especially through the hamstrings as we fold. Feel free to keep a good bend in the knees here. It's okay if the back rounds as you hang heavily forward. And just continue with some deep breathing here as well. All right, we're going to get ready to stand. Start by shifting your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees and lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Extend your spine. Then inhale, stand up all the way, reaching up into the air. There's another nice extension. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Pause here for a moment. Take a breath in and out. Let's do our half salute one more time, just making that sequence flow. Whenever you're ready, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, soft knees, making your way down. Again, it's okay if the knees bend, it's okay if the back rounds. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs, and if you can, extend the spine so it's long and flat. Exhale, back down to forward fold. Just a brief pause down here. Then shift your weight back into your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, reverse your swan dive and come back up to standing. Reach up a little higher if you're able. Nice job. Exhale, arms down by your side. Excellent. Just pause here. Maybe a few more circles with the shoulders. Breathing in and out. All right, ready to continue. We're adding on. Moving into Series A of our Sun Salutation. When you're ready, inhale, let's reach into the air. Feel that lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, let's fold forward. Another good hinge from the hips. Make your way down towards toes. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs, extending your spine, long, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees enough. Folding, bending until you bring your hands to the floor. And then walk or step both of your feet back to the back end of your mat until you're in a long, straight line, plank pose. Let's see if we can feel some extension here. First, feel pretty rooted to the earth by pressing hands firmly into the ground so your arms feel straight and strong. Now there's an imaginary energy or a line, let's say, moving through the crown of your head, top of your head, shooting forward to the front of the room. And then same to the heels of your feet to the back of the room. That's our lengthening. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air, moving into downward facing dog. We'll pause here. As you need to or like to, you can adjust your feet, perhaps even your hands on your mat, so you feel pretty settled into the pose. Make sure the hands are still pressing firmly into the ground, keeping that good energy in your arms. That might also resonate in your shoulders, your back, your neck. Now the heels can stay lifted here, knees are soft. As you feel the hips lift up into the air, continuing this good extension through the spine. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, draw belly in, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat to forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, energy moving through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold again. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come all the way up. Let's keep this moving, reaching into the air. Right away as you exhale, take chair pose or chair-like position. Still extending and reaching out through the arms. Breathe in. Then exhale, let's dive out of the seat, down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, rising up halfway or just feel that good extension of the spine. Exhale, bend your knees enough to fold and bend. Bring hands to the mat. Walk, step, or even hop both feet back to the back end of your mat, returning to plank pose. Let's breathe in right here. Exhale, bend your elbows to lower yourself down in a straight line to Chaturanga Dandasana. We'll inhale to a back bend. It could be an upward facing dog or a low cobra. Hands pressing into the floor, straight arms, open chest to the front of the room. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your knees and then hips up into the air. You'll return to downward facing dog. Arrive in the pose, and then we'll continue with a lunge. Inhale to lift the right foot and extend the leg way up and back. Exhale, let's step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Let's turn left heel to the floor behind you. Make sure you have a good pressure and weight in that back foot. Balanced body. Extending the torso out over the thigh in front. Now let's inhale, reaching both arms straight up into the air. It's Warrior One. Exhale, we'll fold, hinge. You at the hips, bring your hands to the mat. Let's step back into plank pose, straight line. Bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs as you lower yourself down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Push into the floor to lengthen the arms, lifting just the upper half of your body. You'll be in a back bend, up dog. Exhale, tuck toes, lift knees, then hips, downward facing dog. Settle in. Other side, inhale, lift your left foot and extend the left leg up and back behind you, reaching through your toes. Exhale, stepping through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel will turn to the ground behind you. Find that balance. Nice extension of torso out over thigh. Inhale, rising up, reaching into the air. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back into plank pose. Bend elbows, lower your way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Hold here for a moment. And we're going to make our way down to the floor. You can just go ahead and kneel down. Take a seat back briefly into hero pose right there. Slide off the feet onto the mat. Swing the legs around to the front. Make sure you're sitting in the center of your mat. Before you lie down, be sure you've got some blocks or stacked books next to you so you can easily grab them. Then go ahead and roll down onto your back. You're going to lie down with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. And just lie down flat. And just feel this nice connection to the ground with the back body. Again, knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Now we're going to be moving into bridge pose, but we're going to support our bridge by placing those blocks or books underneath you. Now, it could also just be some pillows, okay? So whenever you're ready, inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty your belly. Using the energy now to lift your hips just high enough so you can slide your books or blocks underneath you and then just sit. So it's somewhat of a relaxed position. Again, a supported bridge pose because you don't necessarily have to hold yourself up. You're just sitting on the blocks. So we're going to be using this as a way to get into our next pose. All right, let's just really settle into this nice back bend. Takes maybe 2 more deep breaths. Really fill up the lungs. Remember, back bends are heart openers. So in this position, see if you can bring some good deep breathing to the upper lungs. Alrighty, we're going to be moving here. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, engage your belly. And then lift the right foot and extend your right leg up into the air. Doesn't matter if it's in a very straight line, you can always put a bend in the knee, okay? Just extending the leg up, reaching. And we're going to do a few things with the foot. Maybe flex the foot so the heel is reaching for the ceiling. And then you're going to press through until the balls of the foot are reaching for the ceiling, and then point your toes. And then go in reverse. So you got the toes pointed, press through the balls of the foot, and then flex the foot, pushing through the heel. Soften the knee, bend the knee, and bring the foot back down to the ground. Alrighty? So other side, first just take a breath in. Exhale, that just gives us the energy to move, engaging belly, lift up the left foot, and extend the left leg into the air. It can stay very bent like this, okay? Doesn't have to be straight. Actually, mine does not go straight. Same thing, flex the foot so the heel, you can feel the energy moving through the heel of your foot towards the ceiling or just up in the air. Push through the foot until you're pressing through the balls of the foot, and then point toe. And then in reverse, we have the toes pointed, pushing through the balls of the foot, flex the foot, pushing through the heel. Now bend your knee, place the foot back down onto the ground. Push both feet into the floor, allowing your hips to lift high enough to remove your blocks or books out from underneath you, and then slowly make your way back down to the ground. Once you're there, hug knees into chest, rock gently forward and back, and with a good exhale, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose. This is going to help us with strength and balance. So lifting the feet, maybe flexing the feet like you did in the air, flexed feet. Holding onto the bent knees here if you'd like. By holding on, that might help you extend through the spine, even lift up a little bit more, but keeping this angle as best as you can. Alrighty, breathing in. Exhale, cross legs, rolling forward so you can catch yourself with your hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose, straight line. Let's take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips up into the air. Okay, let's inhale, extend right leg up, reaching back. Let's hold here on the exhale. Let's see if we can get a little longer. You can do so by pressing hands deeper into the ground, strength in the upper body.
reaching more through the lifted foot. Inhale here, getting longer. Exhale to step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel plants into the ground behind you. Good energy back there. Long torso out over thigh. Then inhale, rise up, warrior one. Reaching into the sky. Exhale, opening here to warrior two. Just turning towards the left side of the room. Arms down to parallel. Very nice. Make sure your right knee is nicely bent here with a good lunge. Nice alignment here too. Right knee and toes are pointing directly forward, so you can just kind of check in with that. Here's the extension through the arms, so really feel the energetic reaching feeling. Now let's follow the right arm outward, out over the right thigh to angle the upper half of the body. There you go. Rotate your arms, right hand down, left hand up into the air initially, so straight up and down as you're able. And then slowly start sending left hand overhead. Reaching like this, you'll be at an angle, and you can feel this lengthening perhaps down through the left side of your body. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, we're going to turn and fold, bend, bring hands to the mat. Let's step back into plank pose. Hold for a moment in this straight line. Another shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips into the air. Make some adjustments if you need to. All right, inhale. Let's extend the left leg up into the sky. Hold on the exhale. And just see if the body can get longer. Just more pressure into the earth with the hands. Just keeping that energized feeling through the arms and shoulders. Reaching through this left foot. Breathe in. As you exhale, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, landing near left hand. Right heel turns to the floor, balanced. Long torso out over thigh. Inhale, hinge your way up, reaching into the air. Warrior one. Exhale, turn torso towards the right side of the room. Here's our warrior two. Once the arms are parallel to the ground, just reach across the room. Nice knee bend in front, get that good lunge going. Side angle, so reach out, following the left arm forward, angled upper body, and then rotate the arms, so left hand is reaching down, right hand's reaching straight up initially. Feel that opening, and then follow right hand overhead a bit, reaching through the fingertips, at the same time right foot pressing into the ground, lengthening and extending down through the right side of the body. Breathe in. And exhale, turn, fold, bend, bring hands to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose. Really feel this lengthening through the entire body. And then bend your knees a bit, send hips into the air, shortcut to down dog. Take another full breath in. When you exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway, nice extension of spine. Exhale, fold. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up to standing, reaching into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Good. Feel free to shake all that out if you'd like. All right, let's get into some balance. Okay, starting with tree pose. Before we do that, I'm just going to adjust my mat, and we'll get ready to go. Okay, I'll see if I can mirror you here. So starting in mountain pose, you're going to start shifting your weight over into your right foot. So feel the right foot root into the floor for that good energy and strengthen the right leg. As you inhale, get tall through the spine. Feel breath rise up to fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in, good connection. Then we can lift the left foot, flexing the foot. Maybe thigh comes to parallel to the floor. We're going to open this up. That's our hip opener, knee pointing to the side of the room. And then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Nice hip opener here. Then we'll inhale, take the arms up into the sky, reaching straight up, and feel like you're just going to float away. Let's take several breaths here. Good reaching action. We're going to do something else with this. Or keep the arms reaching into the air. You're going to swing that left knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot, maybe past the belt line a little bit. Bring left hand down and catch just below the knee. Take right hand out to right side. Swing this knee out to left side and just open up and hold here for a couple breaths. Really reaching through this hand. Flex this foot so the leg stays energized and strong. Let's bring the knee forward. Take the right arm back up into the air. Plant this foot back down into the floor. Extend both arms straight up into the sky. Exhale, arms to your side, and shake that out.
Okay, so really two balances. First starting with tree, and then kind of a modified tree, or just another balancing pose. All right, let's get set up for the other side. So mountain pose, feel balanced on 2 feet, and start shifting weight over until left foot rooted into the earth. Your inhale to get even taller and lighter up top, fill up the lungs. Exhale, draw belly in like you're doing boat pose, nice engagement. Let's lift the right foot, thigh comes to parallel, flexing the foot there. Let's swing the knee out to the side and place foot on the inside of your standing leg. Long torso, let's get even taller still by inhaling to reach both arms up into the sky. Exhale, engage the abdominal lock, navel to spine. Hold here for a few seconds. You may want to focus on something that's out in front of you, directly in front of you, or even down at the ground. That's fine too. Keep that good reaching energy. Let's go ahead and keep the arms up in the air. Let's do our second balance. Swing the right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot past the belt line. Let's bring right hand down to catch just below the knee. Take the left hand out to the side, and then take right knee to the side. Okay, like that. So really opposite direction, so we have balance. Really reach, flex this foot, and there we are. Good. Let's bring the knee forward, hand back up into the air, plant the foot, both arms up into the air. Inhale, exhale, both arms down by your side. Finished. Good. Shake it out. All right, so a little balance work there. We're going to be adding on to that a little bit later, but let's continue the flow. Mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, reach sky high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, extending spine, long, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, bend, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop, both feet back, plank pose. Come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg straight up and back. Feel that good length. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to high lunge this time. So left heel will stay lifted. All 10 toes are pointing forward. You might need to shift weight back a bit, just so the hands become light, so they can easily lift up off the ground. And of course, extend your spine. Then we'll hinge from the hips, rise up with an inhale, reaching both arms up into the air. Now, I was wobbling right there because this does take some balance. So really actively reach up with the arms and squeeze the inner thighs towards center. Okay, engaging the legs, and that might help with some balance. Then we're going to reach up, lift up to help straighten both legs as best as you can. Then pivot left heel to the floor as you turn to the side of the room. Arms come down to parallel. So we're really prepped for triangle. Be sure this front leg is nice and straight, arms reaching out to the side. Now start reaching out over the straight right leg, angled upper body. We're going to triangle. So bring right hand down, left hand up. It's okay if this hand lands at thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. It's all correct. Let's hold here so we really get this good stretch. Now, one thing that I'm doing that you probably can't tell that I'm doing is I'm actually sending my pelvis forward, okay, towards you, which doesn't give me a lot of space to tip over sideways, okay? All I need to do, maybe you can do this too, maybe you're already doing this, is actually send your hips back rather than forward like mine are. Maybe push back a little bit, not far, and that just frees up the pelvis just enough so that you can actually slide down a little bit deeper. And you can maintain the integrity of the pose. You can still stay quite open to the side of the room. And that's exactly what we want for this pose. 3 more breaths. We are holding this for a good amount of time. And we're ready to come out of the pose. We're just going to bend the right knee a whole lot. Good leverage. Come up to Warrior 2. Reverse your Warrior, taking right hand up into the air, nice extension. And then we're going to windmill, bring the hands down to the ground here. Let's step back into plank pose, pause there, just to realign and lengthen, and then Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. All right, same thing other side. Let's inhale to extend left leg up into the air.
Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat for our high lunge. Right heel stays lifted, all 10 toes pointing forward. Shift your weight back so there's balance, lightness in the hands. Lengthening through the torso out over left thigh. Once you've got that established, we'll inhale, rising up. Reach both arms up into the air. Make sure you're lunging into this. Remember to keep that extension through the arms. Squeeze to inner thighs to help stabilize the lower half of the body for the balance. A couple more breaths in this position. And then we're going to lift ourselves up, straightening both legs. Pivot right heel to the floor, turning sideways. Arms come down to parallel. Prep for triangle. Again, my pelvis is kind of pushing forward a little bit as I now reach out over left thigh. Angled upper body, rotate the arms. My hand only lands at my knee or just above the knee for triangle pose with pelvis pushing forward. Okay? It kind of locks pelvis in place. But that same sensation you can do the first time is just push the hips back a little bit. And that just tilts the pelvis just enough so then you can just kind of slide down a little deeper if you'd like to and maintain the integrity of the pose. Nicely opened here for 3 more breaths. Nice extension and stretch work that's happening in the left leg now, but also extending through the torso and this right arm in the air. All right, let's bend the left knee so we have leverage to come back up, passing through a warrior 2. Reverse your warrior by taking left hand up into the air. Reach, good extension. And our windmill now, bringing hands down to the floor in front. Let's step back into plank pose. Pause and plank, just to help this realigned body. And then Chaturanga Dandasana to finish the flow. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to go back down to the earth, so you can just kneel down to take a seat or hop forward, cross your legs, and then take your seat. And once you've taken your seat, you're going to grab your strap or belt, extend the legs. All right. Now you're welcome to use the strap. You don't have to use a strap for this, but it comes in handy. All right, just have it nearby, and we're not going to use it just yet. Let's do staff pose first. So make sure your legs are straight as can be. Flex your feet to energize the legs. Hands are on the floor by your hips. Push hands into the floor here. So you lengthen through the torso, roll shoulders back. Even squeeze shoulder blades together. Make sure your neck is nice and long and your gaze is forward. We're inhaling, lifting up through the torso and even down through the legs, through the heels of the feet. As you exhale, connect to your center, draw belly in. 2 more breaths. Again, this is staff pose. From here, we're going to be taking our seated forward fold. Or you can soften the body. This is where you're welcome to use the strap if you'd like. If you're not using a strap, what you could do is keep the hands free. When you inhale, you can extend the arms up into the air, or if you're holding onto the strap, pull on the strap a little bit to help extend your spine. As you exhale, either just hinge forward, or to hinge forward with the strap, just kind of tug on the strap to kind of send your heart out towards toes. And that's it. Inhale, more length through the torso. Exhale, hinge a little bit. If your arms are in the air, you can bring your hands down to your shins, ankles, or maybe you can even reach your toes. Just want to be in a place where you really do feel the stretch quality in the hamstrings, even if that means putting a bend in the knees. That's perfectly fine. You can also round your back a little bit, not too much, just enough where you feel a bit more comfortable, or even feel like you can go a little bit deeper into the pose without compromising your body. Okay, we certainly don't want to harm ourselves as we're doing poses like this. Just really being in the position where you can still take deep breaths, allowing all that stretch quality to occur. So we're extending through the legs. Let's take a few more deep breaths. Remember this leg extension. We're going to see if we can add it on to a different pose. Actually, several poses that we're doing tonight. All right, if you're holding onto the strap, go ahead and release the strap. Let's all reach forward. Inhale, rise up, reaching arms up into the air. Nice lengthening right there. And exhale, bring the arms down by your side. And feel free to kind of shake that out. All right, that's all with the strap. Let's set that to the side for now. Moving into boat. So start to lean back, bend your knees. Heels can stay on the ground for a moment so you can get all set up. Do this with me. Let's all do this with bent knees, feet flexed, lengthened spine. Keep leaning back until you can just feel the feet just float into the air. Alrighty? And just making sure that the knees are nicely aligned right next to each other. Shins are parallel to the floor, right there. Okay, now what we're going to do here, we're going to inhale, get some more length. As you exhale, you're going to straighten the right leg, okay, but still hinging right at the knee joint. You can even point this foot right there. So you can see, we'll kind of see here, my knees are still aligned with one another. I've just extended the right leg, okay, and I'm holding on to the legs. Let's bend the right knee, flex the foot. Inhale again right where you are. Exhale to extend left leg. As you extend it, hinging at the knee joint, point. Good. So one foot is flexed, one foot is pointed, one knee is bent, one leg is straight. Okay, let's go ahead and bend the left knee, flexing the foot so you return to this pose. Let's move. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front, hop or step back, plank pose. Hold. Take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees and your hips into the air. Quick flow here. Inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Back to warrior one. Left heel turns to the floor. Extended spine. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. Right away, side angle. Right hand down. Left hand up and overhead. Reach and stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Shortcut, down dog. Hips in the sky. Other side, inhale, extend left leg straight up and back. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one on this side. Rise when you're ready. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Right away to side angle, reach out, rotate arms. Follow right hand up and over, reaching through the fingertips, breathe in. And our exhale to turn. Hands back down to the floor. Step back, plank pose, pause. Another shortcut to down dog. Hold for a couple breaths. Breathe in. We're going to move here. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Feel that nice release right there. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up to standing, reach all the way up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Very nice. Alrighty, so we're going to do some more leg extensions. Here, you may want to use your strap. Okay, we're going to come to mountain pose. I'm just going to face this direction here. You're going to place the strap underneath your left foot. Underneath your left foot here. And then just hold on to the strap in your left hand. And just come to mountain pose. So we're just standing in mountain pose. You just happen to be holding onto the strap in one hand. Put a little softness in the knees. Just a little softness. Just want to be aware if you're locking the knee joints. And then start shifting your weight into your right foot. Root down into the ground with that right foot. Feel very tall and lengthened through the spine. That's a nice in-breath. Exhale, draw belly in. And then, like you're a marionette puppet, lifting the left foot, bending the knee. Place this right hand on your right hip. And using that hand to push pelvis down as you feel the torso lengthen taller. Inhale. As you exhale, draw belly in and extend this left leg. Don't worry if it's not parallel to the floor, because it doesn't have to be. If you can bring it up to parallel, go ahead and do so. But it can be at a significant angle like this. Just extend the leg. The foot is naturally flexed in the strap, so just push through the heel. Nice and tall. Now just soften up the knee. I'm going to turn to face you for a moment. Okay, and just soften that bent knee. Take the leg out to the side now. Okay? And then start to kick out to the side as you take the right arm out to the right side. Okay, so just moving in opposite directions. for the balance. Let's bend the knee that's in the strap. Swing the knee forward. Place the foot down. Bring just that one arm up into the air just to get some length. And then that arm down by your side. Right there. Good. All right, so we've got an extension of the leg forward. We're going to bend it and then take it out to the side and extend it. All right, so just going to do the same thing other side. So just change feet. So the strap is underneath the right foot now. Holding on to the strap in the right hand, nice and tall, mountain pose. Put a little softness in the knees. Start shifting weight now into your left foot, root. Feel nice and tall up top, breathe in. Exhale, pull belly in. Like a marionette puppet, let's lift the right foot, knee is bent, foot naturally flexed. Place this left hand on your left hip. Push down as you extend and get taller as you're able. Take another breath in. As you exhale, draw belly in and then extend the right leg. Again, at an angle is fine. What we really want to pay attention to is not only the extended leg, is also the extended spine. Just be aware if you're leaning back. You want to be as tall as can be, as if you're actually maybe like you're leaning up against a wall, flush against a wall. Okay, bend the knee. Swing the knee out to the side. You're going to extend that leg and then left arm in the opposite direction. I'm just changing my grip on my strap here. There we go. All right, let's bend the knee. Bring the knee forward. Place the foot down. One arm up into the air for the lengthening, and then back down by your side. Very nice. Shake that out. All right. Okay. Remove the strap out of the equation. Let's see if we can do this a little bit differently without a strap. Okay? Okay, soften knees. We're doing the exact same thing. Soften knees. Weight into the right foot. With a good exhale, let's lift the left foot, bent knee. Maybe knee comes past the belt line. Maybe catch the knee, shin, or if you're able, use your peace fingers of the left hand, loop the fingers around the big toe. Stay just like this, knee bent, okay? Wherever you happen to be, holding onto the shin, knee, or toe. Right hand comes to hip. Feel taller. Inhale first to get even taller still. Exhale, begin to extend your left leg. It's perfectly fine if you don't fully extend the leg. Maybe it's like this. If you're able, though, extend a little bit more. And then out to the side. Just swing the leg out to the side. Again, it's okay if the knee is bent. Left foot to left side. Right arm extends out to right side. So we're just trying to do this now without the strap. Bend the knee. Bring the knee and foot forward. Let's release the foot, set the foot down. Go ahead and take both arms up into the air. And then arms down by your side. Alrighty? So the variation is if you're not holding onto the big toe, maybe you're holding onto your shin, and maybe just giving a little kick forward, something like this, okay? All right, so the other side. Softness in the knees. Weights in the left foot, correct? Pick up the right foot, bending the knee. Catch underneath the shin, or catching the shin or just below the knee, or using peace fingers, loop them around big toe. Stay here, left hand on left hip, just to ensure a lengthened spine. Inhale to do so. Exhale, engage belly, and then extend your right leg, even if it doesn't fully extend. Maybe just as far as your arm takes you. Then take leg out to the right side. For balance, take left arm out to left side. Since we're balancing, we're focusing on something out in front of us. Let's bend the right knee. Bring that knee and foot forward. Releasing foot to the ground.
Both arms can extend up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. Alrighty. Let's start putting some more pieces together. I need to adjust my mat again. We're going to start in tree pose. Our tree pose is going to take us back into a lunge, okay? So mountain pose. Almost the same setup as we just did. Maybe a slight softness in the knees. Shift weight into right foot. Pick up left knee and foot. Swing the knee out to the side. Place foot on the inside of your standing leg. We're going to tree pose. Inhale, take both arms up into the air. Good reach. Hold for a couple breaths. Finding something to focus on out in front of you. Keep the arms extended. Swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Okay, bend the right knee, the leg you're standing on. Bend that knee a little. Start to hinge forward. Extend the left leg back. Set the toes down behind you. You'll be in a high lunge. Nice and tall in the torso. Shoot yourself straight up to straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor to turn sideways. Arms come down to parallel. Prep for triangle. Go ahead and take triangle. Reach out. Rotate the arms. If you need to or want to, maybe push hips back a little bit to slide down a little bit deeper. Let's feel that nice hamstring stretch. Coming out of the pose, we're going to bend the right knee first. Deep lunge. Carefully come back up, pass through a warrior two. Reverse your warrior, right hand reaching up into the air. And then a windmill to bring the hands down to the floor in front. Step back into plank pose, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here for a moment just to feel this nice re-extension of the spine. We're going to return to a high lunge. So let's inhale, extend right leg up into the air, right leg. Right foot to the top of the mat. High lunge. Be sure to find your balance. Rise up to high lunge. Okay, follow me. We're going to hinge forward about 45 degrees. Let's get some weight into this front foot. Now see if we can do this together. What we're doing is just kind of leaning forward a little bit to straighten this front leg. Okay, the knee was bent. We're just straightening the leg and kind of get this angled position. Basically, my big toe, my left big toe is just balancing or just kind of dancing on the ground back there. Can you see this? And just follow this. And then just stand up nice and tall and bring the left foot next to the other. Arms can come down by your side. All right, if you want to pause and just watch me for a second, this is what we just did. Okay, so we were in this high lunge. Here, shifting forward, I'm getting weight into this front foot. But then I'm basically just straightening this front leg here. So it's perpendicular to the ground. A back leg is also straight. I'm just balancing on the big toe. The next time we get to this posture, I'm just going to have you lift that leg. So you really get this strong hamstring and glute action, okay? All right, so let's begin a mountain pose, tree pose, other side, okay? Soft knees. Shift weight into left foot. Pick up right foot. Bent knee, swing the knee out to the side. Tree pose, right foot on the inside of your standing left leg. Inhale, reach both arms up. Hold for a moment. Find your balance. Something to focus on out in front of you. Deep breathing. All right, keep arms extended. Swing right knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Bend the left knee. Hinge forward a little bit. Start to extend the right leg back. Get low enough so you can set the toes onto the ground behind you. High lunge. Nice and tall here. Shoot straight up, straightening both legs. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Prep for triangle. Reach out. Tip it over. Left hand down. Right hand up. Just a couple breaths here. We're bending the left knee, nice deep lunge. Coming back up through a warrior two. Reverse your warrior, left hand up into the air. Windmill to bring both hands down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose, straight line. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog.
Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here to feel this nice re-extension of spine. Remember, we're returning to high lunge. So an inhale to extend left leg up into the air. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Rise up. Remember to engage inner thighs for the balance. Then, hinging forward about 45 degrees. This left knee is still bent. But as we shift the weight into the left foot, we're going to straighten that left leg. So you're a little taller. You're just kind of balancing on your big toe behind you. And if you want to try, you can even lift that foot up off the floor, engaging hamstring and glutes. But we're just going to come to extended mountain. So right foot to the floor, both arms up into the air, and then arms down by your side. Shake all that out. That's a lot of work in the arms. Okay, so your shoulders are probably getting a nice workout here. All right, so that's basically our sequence, okay? The added piece at the end is going to be, so we're going to be in this little, I'm going to call it rocket pose here, okay? And then we're going to lift that back foot, bend the knee, bring it forward, lifting the knee, maybe catching shin or big toe, so we can extend the leg forward and out to the side, and we're going to return to tree. So we're basically moving from a tree pose, going through a full sequence, returning to tree. That's what we're doing. Okay? All right, let's get all set up and ready to go. Let's just take a few breaths here in mountain pose. Our sequence begins in tree. Soft knees, shift weight to right foot. Pick up left foot, bending the knee, swing knee out to the side, place foot on the inside of the leg. Inhale, both arms up into the sky, exhale, hold. We're not holding long, however. Keep arms extended, swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Bend the right knee slightly. Hinge forward so you can extend your left leg back, set the toes down, high lunge. Shoot straight up, straightening both legs. Pivot left heel to the floor, arms down to parallel, prepped for triangle. Reach out over right leg. Rotate your arms, triangle pose. Just a nice full breath right there. Okay, bend your right knee for leverage. Come back up, pass through a warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Right hand reaching into the air. And here's our windmill to bring the hands down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose. Come right down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find that nice re-extension of spine. And then we'll inhale to extend the right leg up into the air. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Find that balance, rise up. Here we are. Okay, hinge forward about 45 degrees. Put weight into that right foot so you can straighten that leg. Back leg is straight. Here's our rocket pose. Pick up that back leg. Feel that in the hamstring and glute. Bend the left knee. Send the knee forward. Lifting knee past your belt line. Catch shin, knee, or big toe. Extending left leg forward. Then take it out to the side. Left leg to left side, right hand to right side. Reach in these opposite directions. You're going to release the toe or the shin. Bring foot to the inner leg. Arms up into the air. See, you return to tree pose. Keep arms extended. Swing left knee forward. Plant the foot. Arms down by your side. Give yourself a good little shake right there. That's the sequence. Let's do the other side. Softness in the knees. Shifting weight into left foot. Feel tall. Right foot lifts. Swing the knee out to the side. Foot to the inside. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hold for a moment. Nice extension. Keep arms reaching. Turn right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Bend the left knee, hinge forward. Step back with that right foot. High lunge. Once you're in the lunge, shoot straight up, straighten the legs. Pivot right heel to the floor, arms to parallel. Prep for triangle. Reach out over left leg. Rotate the arms. Triangle pose. Push pelvis back to go a little deeper if you want. Bend the left knee. Leverage to come back up, passing through a warrior two to reverse the warrior. Left hand up into the air. Nice extension. Windmill, bring both hands to the floor in front. Let's step back into plank pose. Come on down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find and feel the re-extension of spine. Then we'll inhale to extend the left leg up into the air. Left foot to the top of the mat, return to your high lunge position. Reaching all the way up. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. Shifting weight into that left foot. Straighten that left leg. Rock it. Pick up the right foot, engaging hamstring and glute. Bend the right knee. Bring the knee forward. You're nice and tall here. Bring the knee past the belt line. Catch knee, shin, or big toe. Extending leg forward as best as you can. Right leg swings out to the right side, left arm to the left side. Release the big toe or shin. Bring foot to the inner leg. We're going to tree pose. Both arms up into the air. Arms stay extended. Right knee swings forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. And then plant the foot down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swan dive forward. That's our sequence. Inhale, lift up halfway. Good job. Exhale, fold and bend. Bring the hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And again, just feel the re-extension of spine. We're going to take a seat. So hop forward, cross legs to take your seat, or just kneel down to take a seat. Swing the legs out front. Let's quickly take a staff pose. Straighten the legs, flex feet, hands on the floor by your hips. Push into the floor, lengthen spine. Good breathing action. We're going to take our boat pose again. So soften the body a little bit. Lean back, bend the knees. Flex feet, heels on the floor. Lengthen spine, hold on to the legs. Lean back until your feet can lift. Find all these nice extensions, mainly through the spine, but then as you're able, extend both legs, maybe pointing through your toes. You can continue to hold onto the legs, or if you want to, you can release the legs, reaching and extending through the arms. Not here long, we're going to breathe in. Exhale, just set feet onto the floor. That's it. Let's relax. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. Bring knees to chest, hug it in. And maybe some gentle movement here in any fashion that you like. I tend to create circles here. It's a nice massage for the back and hips. And then also just check in with your breathing. That was a lot of work. So just check in with your breathing. Notice if you're maybe slightly out of breath. And we'll just take the time to come back to that nice baseline of breath, those slow, deep breaths. Let's do one more leg extension, just like staff pose. Okay, we did that seated. Now we're just going to do it lying down. So back is flat on the ground, and as you're able, extending both legs up into the air. You can always support yourself by holding onto the legs, just somewhere behind the legs, up by your calves, bend to the knees, and of course the knees can be bent here, or maybe even holding on to hamstrings. So start by, let's flex the feet, push through the balls of the feet, point your toes, and then push through the balls of the feet again. Flex the feet, pushing through the heels. Bend your knees, bring feet to the floor. Pause here for a moment so everything can relax for a moment. Take some deep breaths too. Great work. All right, let's finish with a twist. You can hug the knees into chest. Let's take a twist, starting by taking knees over to the left side, extending right arm off to the right side. More deep breathing. And hopefully by now you're really starting to come back to that baseline of breath. Slow, deep cleansing breaths. Maybe just two more on this side. And then when you're ready, you can return to center. Pause here for a moment, just for realignment. And then go ahead and take the knees over to the right side when you're ready, extending left arm to the left side. And just 2 more breaths here. And when you feel complete, let's bring the knees back up to center. Pause there for a moment. And then extend your legs straight out in front of you onto the ground. Arms resting by your side. Even take a nice full breath in, fill yourself up. And exhale, completely release. Just feel yourself melt into the ground. Get settled in, relaxed, eased mind and body. This moment of quiet meditation. Be with your breath, be with yourself. Feel free to stay here as long as you need to. It's a wonderful moment for complete release and relaxation. There really is no rush to move. Even as I end the practice, just stay right here if you'd like. And when you are ready to move, just takes 5 slow, deep breaths. Take your time with this. And as you're slowly breathing in and out, feel the breath resonate through your entire body, producing movement in your body. A new source of energy flowing through you. And perhaps in this practice you were able to extend and open your body so you can really feel the fullness and richness of your breath, the full and richness of your life, yourself. After your 5th breath, move in slow motion and carefully roll onto either side of your body, just moving into a nurturing pose. You can stay here a little longer if you'd like. And then still moving in slow motion when you're ready. Rise up and come to a seated position. Just find a comfortable seat. Maybe you're sitting on a blanket or pillow. Nice lengthened spine. And relax shoulders and arms down by your side. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And one more movement together. Inhale, extend your arms up into the air. Reach nice and high. As you exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Return to stillness and take one more breath. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste.